I really wanted to like this device, but I can't. And for that, I'm sorry. Hi, this is Honggwan from Seoul, Korea. Thank you very much for watching the video. It would be super awesome if you could press that like button or dislike button down below. You can also say hi through the comment section or subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much to our 49 beautiful and handsome people who subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. So here's the deal. If you have subscribed to my channel and followed my Instagram account, I'm going to give you a $40 worth discount code that you can use on the US Rakuten Kobo online store to buy the Kobo Elipsa pack. I found this code on my own and I don't know how long this code is going to be valid, but I wanted to share it with my subscribers. What you need to do to get the discount code is leave a comment down below by saying, "Hi Honggwan, I like your video, my Instagram account is, let's connect, thanks." Then, until further notice, I will send you the code via Instagram message. As of January 8th, 2022, it's working on my side, so I assume it should work on your side as well. Okay, let's talk about the device. Very simply, this is an eBook reader that can access PDF files, Microsoft Word documents, and the most popular eBook file format, EPUB. This was the only competitive device that I know of that can do this on a relatively large 10-inch e-ink black and white screen. It has been helpful because it doesn't strain my eyes as much as looking at an LED screen. With that being said, let's talk about the pros. Pro number 1, a long list of supported file formats. I would say the biggest competitor to this device is the Kindle Oasis from Amazon.com. And my understanding is that the Kindle Oasis does not support the most popular ebook file format, EPUB. Instead, it supports something called AZW and AZW8. Simply put, the Kindle Oasis cannot open the most popular ebook file format from the internet. This Kobo Elipsa, on the other hand, can. You don't have to spend your money on buying books or magazines only from a particular vendor. Instead, you can just transfer the files you got on your computer to this device, which I'm going to talk about momentarily. Pro number 2, the big screen. The screen size of the Kobo Elipsa is bigger than the 7-inch Kindle Oasis, and I found that the Kobo Elipsa's 10.3-inch screen is adequate to view both ebooks and PDF files. Although reading PDF files on it is something I'm going to have to talk about later in this video. Pro number 3, recognizable and reputable brand. The Kobo brand is from Canada and it was acquired by a Japanese big business, Rakuten, in 2012, which you may have heard of because they sponsored a major football club or a soccer team in Europe, FC Barcelona. It's a reputable brand that can provide customer service and possible maintenance when the time comes. Now, let's talk about the so-sos. So-so number 1, the weight. Considering the Apple iPhone XS with a protective case and a screen protector glass that I have here weighs 206 grams, and I weigh the Kobo at 394 grams, it would be safe to say that the Kobo Elipsa weighs about twice the weight of a smartphone, which means that holding the device with your hands for a long time could be dependent on your physique. In my case, using the Kobo Elipsa while sitting down was perfectly doable, but while lying down, keeping the device up in the air needed switching and resting. The screen size is relatively big, and so does the weight. Therefore, I'm going to give the weight criteria a so-so. It's not ideal, but it's not bad either. So-so number 2, the packaging and the price. When I bought this, it came as a bundle, including the Kobo Elipsa, the electronic pen, and the protective cover. I thought the packaging and the pricing was interesting at best. they are not selling the ebook reader as a standalone product. Instead, they are selling it as a bundle. Therefore, I'm going to give this packaging criteria a so-so as well. If the market size was big and there was a lot of competing products out there, then I probably gave this criteria a different rating. Now, let's talk about the cons, which are mostly related to the poor QA/QC of the product, poor quality assurance and quality control. Con number 1, the USB Type-C connectivity issue. Transferring files from an Apple MacBook laptop to the Kobo Elipsa using the provided USB Type-C cable only worked once after I turned the device on for the first time. If I wanted to transfer files from my laptop to the Kobo using the USB Type-C cable, I had to reset the Kobo to the original factory setting every single time, which obviously erased all of the files I transferred before. Let me demonstrate. Okay, I have the Kobo in my hand right now, and this is the USB Type-C cable that I have here. I'm going to connect this like this. It's connected. And I'm going to connect the other end to my computer. They are connected. Nothing is showing up on the Kobo. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to disconnect the Kobo from the computer, disconnected, and reset the Kobo to the factory setting. Now the device has been set to the original factory setting, and I'm going to connect the USB Type-C cable that is connected to my computer. Here we go. Now the Kobo has detected my computer. I'm going to press connect. Connected and charging, it says. As you can see, the Kobo is connected to my computer with no problem after I reset the Kobo to the original factory setting. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect the Kobo like this, and I'm going to reconnect the Kobo to my computer. Let's see how it works. Nothing happens. My solution to this is to transfer files via Dropbox, a cloud-based file sharing service that can be accessed through Wi-Fi. Honestly, I think this was a major product defect. Con number 2, unreliable zooming in and zooming out feature. So when you open a PDF file on this device, you might want to zoom in or zoom out to read the text better. Well, it does zoom in or zoom out, but after you flip a page on a PDF file, it keeps the zoom at the top left corner. So you have to reposition your view every time when you flip a page. Unfortunately, I haven't found a direct solution to this besides repositioning the view every single time. Con number 3, the file naming issue. What I mean by that is, if the title of the transferred file contains a special character, like a question mark or an exclamation mark, or even a colon, the file does not open. My solution to this has been removing all special characters from the title and changing the title to English, which is cumbersome, but it works. Con number 4, the file formatting issue. This one is not as big as the other ones, but when a Microsoft Word document, Docs, is imported to this device, it shows up as a PDF file. It's lacking detail and quality. Con number 5, the device randomly flipping pages. When the device physically gets in contact by a powered USB cable, any USB cable, it just randomly flips pages. This also happens when I place my eyeglasses on top of it sometimes. Con number 6, flimsy power button and its design. The power button on this is indented inward rather than outward, like the one found on many smartphones, and it's kind of a bummer. Because of this indented inward design, I have to use a fingernail almost every time to turn it on and turn it off. The button doesn't feel sturdy either. It doesn't feel like it's from a $400 device. It feels like it's from a $30 device. I'm guessing the reason why the button is indented inward is to prevent accidental presses while reading, but still, it could use an improvement. Con number 7, poor battery. The battery management system could use an improvement as well. If you leave the device in the sleeping mode, not in the powered off mode, it will continue draining the battery faster than you expect. I had a few instances where the battery was at 80 something percent one day, and a day later, the battery was dead. Speaking of which, I don't think the battery capacity meter on this device is accurate either. When charging the Kobo, it would go from 12% to 85% in an instant, and then to 89%. There is just nothing between. It would stay at 12% for a while, and then suddenly it would jump to 85% or somewhere around there. Imagine this. You thought you had 80% of fuel left in your car, and then all of a sudden it drops to 12%. I don't think I'll be happy to see that. For the record, I recorded 2 hours and 18 minutes to go from 0% to 90%. To 100%, it took 2 hours and 54 minutes. Taking almost 3 hours to fully charge a small 2400 milliamp battery in 2022 was noticeable. Enough with the cons, and now let's talk about the extra points. The electronic pen and the cover case. The electronic pen that came with the package has been kind of useless, in my opinion. I used it once and never used it again. This may be dependent on the user, but as a person who made videos about writing instruments in the past, which you can check out on my YouTube channel if you want to, I found this electronic pen a waste. I'm sorry. And the protective case. I never used the protective case either because there was a posting on the internet that said the magnet inside of the case drains the poor battery even faster. The conclusion. Overall, it's not a perfect device, but it's an okay device to read eBooks and Word documents, especially if you apply the discount code. $400 plus tax is too much, but $360 plus tax is slightly better. For reading PDFs though, I don't know. It might be dependent on the user. But personally, I don't read PDF files on this device often because it's just not smooth as reading printed documents on computer papers. This was Honggwan from Seoul, Korea. Thank you very much for watching the video to the end. You can leave a comment, press either the like button or dislike button, and subscribe to my channel. As always, have a nice day.